Good morning, darlings. How are you doing? I know that we've all had this heat wave, especially in Ken's Turkey area, Texas, and where I live. So, I haven't been able to work. I've just worked lightly because every day I was up at 5 o'clock. We had the full moon on last Tuesday, the 14th, and then we had that day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, with the climax. Saturday, 47 Celsius. So, we've all been hiding in our houses. You had to get everything done really early in the morning and be back in your house with all the doors closed from 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock latest. Houses aired. I watered all my doors all around the house, and I took aconite 200 for my Paddington Bear, BP, blood pressure, and we just had to stay really, really cool. And then we had the climax yesterday, the Holy Grail. So where's my pictures of the Holy Grail? Here we go. So then last night we had the big cloud passing, Holy Grail. So yesterday was the 19th, and we had this passage in my village, and just where I live, I saw the cloud pass. We had the same thunder and lightning. I didn't have any battery in my phone to take the pictures, but my goodness, what a big black cloud, just the weirdest. And the village had all this grail. I didn't have it. Just, I've got this vortex here, and it just passed over and didn't. So we were meant to have a car boot sale in the village, and it was cancelled. And I knew that it was because this was coming. So we've got this line up in the sky on correct constellations. They won't be in the dignities. This is a post from Santos. So talking about where the planets will be exalted, but on my charts for the summer solstice. So that's for the 24th of June, his image. But we've got the summer solstice tomorrow. And I've put my chart so that the sun will be just in Gemini. So let's go back. So it goes into Gemini at 11 o'clock at night. But the most of the day we will have the sun in Taurus. So there at 7 o'clock it's in Taurus. At 8 o'clock it's in Taurus, and this is in Paris, so it will be different. At 9 o'clock it's in Taurus, at 10 o'clock it's in Taurus, and at 11 o'clock, so 11 Aquarius, it's in Gemini. And this is all about rising, as I explained in all my videos, the bull god. So for this Holy Grail passage, the 19th, that was the Good Friday of the year that my dog was killed. Happy to the bull god, happy in 2019. So April, tomorrow, June the 21st is April the 21st. So the day that my dog was killed was actually the summer solstice on the correct constellations in 2019, and it's all about rising the bull god and having the sun on the baguette, on the meatloaf, on the wand of Merlin. In French, a merle is the blackbirds, and it's all about taking the blackbird is not the true crown crow of where Saturn is now retrograding in Capricorn. So, Merlin is to take over the goat fish and they're making the sea lion, lion. Is the 24th, and this is the lineup. So Sun in Gemini, Mercury on Aldebaran, Venus. So Venus is in domicile. That's a dignified planet in domicile. Mercury's not dignified. The moon is going to be in Aries. That's not dignified. Mars, they say on mainstream astrology that Mars will be exalted in Aries. But Mars, as you can see, is just entering the true V for victory. So, you know, we've got in France yesterday the legislatives, which is now that Macron has become the Prime Minister, you have all the voting. So this is it. This is it here. So France's Macron loses majority in Parliament. So Jupiter falling, everything I said, and it's happening. And we've got the far right coming in. The far right. So this is the new France. And Jean-Luc, JL cuts, what I've been explaining to you in all my videos. JL is a video editing Jacob's Ladder. JL. J is the Joker. L. J is number 10. It's the 10th letter. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Yep, it's the 10th. J, K, and L is the 11th. So, Mélenchon, Merlin, Chant. So he's coming in, and we're going to have on the peak of the Bavarian Mountains, we're going to have G7. So we better go and look at all this. So much to cover. G7. G7 is just GG. So where is it going to be? It's going to be 2019. Let's put 2022. 2022, the 26th. So just after this lineup, as Mars is in the V, June the 26th to the 28th is the passage of Mars in the V for victory. And Mercury begins all that. From the 24th, we're going to have a black moon. I'm going to have a black moon for the last day of G7, right in Gemini, on top of Sirius. Yeah. Mercury moving forward, Venus at home, so she will be coming up to sit on the bullseye. So that famous year that my dog was sacrificed, we had Mars on Aldebaran for the 21st of April 2019, which is a ritual ceremony, Mona, I, Ceres, Mona, I, for the summer solstice, because April is June. And then there, a few weeks later, Venus, as Venus is about to be here, and a young man died of a heart attack in our village, a very big alpha male. So I'm not saying anything, but I did notice that my dog, when Mars was here, and this man and the Lupercalia priests, that is in their tradition, a man, alpha male, and a dog. So let's come back to the 21st. We're looking at, so let's go and have a look at it on here. So they have Gemini fully, the sun in Gemini fully for this for this date. But as you saw on Stellarium, the sun will only just be moving into Gemini at 11 o'clock at night. We had the full moon on the 14th, which is exactly on this axis where the sun is. So when the sun is in Gemini, the earth is in the sign opposites. So that's why this here is the summer triangle, Sagittarius, the golden gate, and Gemini is the silver gates. This is a very good little series, Astronomy versus Astrology by Stardust Spec. I actually, in the course I did on the very first day, we spent like 7 hours on the first day, and I took everybody through these little videos because they're so well explained. But you see Earth is moving around the sun, so the sun is always it's in the sign opposite. So that's why here is the winter triangle, where we're going to have, this is the Silver Gate, this is St. Louis, this is New Orleans, this is the Jazz, and we've got Jazz in Marciac, Jupiter in Mercury, JM, in my region, the biggest jazz festival in the world. And guess who's coming to play with Jeff Beck, JB, Boaz and Jacqueline? Johnny Depp. So Johnny Depp is coming to where I live, and in 2019 we had 42, the first big heat wave. So now we're at 47, but we were at 42, the Jupiter symbol, 2442, that half of Uranus's cycle, 84, the arc of the Covenant sting came to play. So this is, you know, it's very tropical. We've had that incredible heat, and now it's kind of wet and humid here. So this is all part of the polar shifting and rising the bull in this part of Europa, where I live. And this is all part of the legislatives and what's going on with Ukraine now, and G7 coming up in the Bavarian mountains to be on the peak of the mountains to, you know, normally that is Capricorn. So let's have a little look at this chart. So the winter triangle, the silver gates is here in between Gemini and Taurus, and in between, on this side, in between Sagittarius and Scorpio, we've got the summer triangle, and it's all about rising Ophiuchus, the 13th sign, the Joker. So we've got J.L. Jean-Luc, Meneth, whatever he's called in France, rising. So Saturn retrograde, bang in the middle of the twin peaks, Capricorn and Aquarius. So he's going backwards. Pluto is still retrograde in Sagittarius, not yet in Capricorn. So that is what Jupiter really needs, this big splash. Jupiter rules Sagittarius. So this is, you know, last chance for that full expansion in the home of Jupiter expansion, Sagittarius, and at the same time also Jupiter's home, Jupiter in domicile at home. So we've got Jupiter domicile, we've got Mars in Pisces, we've got Venus in domicile, but those are the only two. So mainstream has got Mars exalted in Aries. So we've got Neptune at home on mainstream. Neptune is the new ruler of Pisces. Neptune's entered now for 15 years. And Jupiter, Moon conjunct. And coming up for the Black Moon. So that last phase of the moon before she comes, we've got a new Black Moon coming up for the G7, the last day of the G7. Mars in the V for Victory conjunct to Eris. So let's see, Eris, well, I mean, the Liberator, everything I've been saying. Eris, the Liberator, and yeah, right for this summer solstice, we're going to have Mars moving conjunct over Eris, 4G7 in the Bavarian mountains. Yeah, it's all absolutely perfectly timed. So Eris, the big liberator, Angelina Jolie in Maleficent. This is why Britney Spears had her ex come and gate crash the wedding. This is the role of Eris, making that energy masculine. She is the troublemaker. So Eris, Mars, all working on the tail of the snake between Libra and Scorpio. So the killing of Isis, and as Gemini and Taurus merge, so they want all the fixed and the immature signs to be merging. So Virgo and Leo and Scorpio and Sagittarius and Aquarius and Pisces, when it should be the high cardinals merging with the fixed, Scorpio with Libra, the sun and the moon. Sun rules Leo, moon rules Cancer, the sun and the moon merge. So we've also got, on this chart, we've got the correct constellation, but we've got Capricorn here. It's normally Aquarius is falling onto the horizon. We've got Taurus at the feet where Taurus should be, and Scorpio at the top up here, but we've got the tail of the snake. This should be the head, which will be coming up here for the end 2030. Agenda 2030 is when the head will be up here. For the Paris Olympics, by the way, the head of the snake will have moved into Pisces, and the tail will have moved into Virgo. So for the next 18 months, they're going to be in this masculine axis of Alpha Omega. So Uranus conjunct still to the head of the snake, Venus right on top of Algol, Mercury right on top of Aldebaran, and this very feminine energy of the bull god picking up all the energy of Pisces, the sea monster, working together. And here we've got Uranus and the head of the snake working with Eris and Mars. We've got this moon and Jupiter working in a square to the tail of the snake. So it's all about the tail of the snake is really working with all the planets and making a big opposition with Uranus. So, you know, sudden shocks, change. Okay, everything is about the St. Louis Silver Gate, the winter triangle intersection between Taurus and Gemini, is known as the Silver Gate of Heaven, where Orion, Osiris, Usa is located. That's why 14th of June, full moon opposite in Scorpio and the summer triangle, Golden Goose Gap, the intersection between Scorpio and Sagittarius, where Ophiuchus is located, is known as the Golden Gate of Heaven, is so, so important to them. Because the summer solstice, 216,666, that's tomorrow, 21st of the 6th, it's the 3 degrees. The sun moves 3 degrees in every 216 years. That's 3 times 72. So is in the Silver Gate on the wand of Merlion, and they are making the new fake Midnight Express, locomotive, line, Nile, crocodile, dial home, E.T. It's Narnia, Aslan and Ice Queen. So always keeping us on the extreme of the summer, winter, when it should be the equinox. The equinox is actually the true north-south, keeping us rising a new king. This heat wave is all preparation for the splash. So we just had the splash of the Moose flood. We've got Johnny Depp. Kate Moss has just come out again. I was explaining last time. She's the Moss, the Moose. They brought her out just at the end of the trials. She's being spoken about now. The flood to come of the whale's tail, will I am, tell. It's all sex magic. The climax, then the ejaculation. So this article that I fell on is very, very good. I just opened it. Here we go. So you can come and read this because it's brilliant. The 7 worlds, a world divided to be united, golden and silver gates. There are only 2 gates, entryways into heaven, one being the intersection between Taurus and Gemini. So this is exactly where the sun is hovering now, is known as the silver gate of heaven. You see, we are actually still in April. So they're rising these summer, winter Narnia gates now when we're actually still in April, where Orion, Osiris, Ozar is located, the intersection between Scorpio and Sagittarius. So these summer, winter gates are in fact the spring, autumn gates. Where Ophiuchus is located is known as the Golden Gate of Heaven. The galactic center lies visually from our solar system along a line, the Nile, the line that passes through the Golden Gate. So where I live, we've got the Ile de Jourdain, the Isle of the Jordan Nile, which I've explained in other videos. We had that last piece of motorway built, 13 kilometers to rise. And if you come and see these very short 4 videos, part 2, that each look 11 minutes each, she explains Ophiuchus. She explains, she's an astronomer, not an astrologer. And she's basically telling us in a very neutral way what's going on. And in my course, I kind of join those dots. So let's come back to this article. So the ancients called it the gate of the gods. Orion sits in the opposite of this direction, which would be considered the anti-galactic center. And the ancients called this direction the gate of man. In the Greek tale, Ophiuchus tramples on Scorpio and, having received the elixir of life from the serpent, restores Orion to life. So this is what's happening right now. At the time, Orion sets. So this is, we've got all the sunset. This set is Saturn. It's not set. So all these sunsets, all this purple and orange, all this ultraviolet is the time of the setting sun. Setting sun, just before the sun sets, the sky goes purple. And this is their way of bringing up sets. Set at sunrise on the winter solstice, thereby symbolically entering the underworld to be reborn as he rises helically on the summer solstice. As Orion also dies, sets at sunrise on the winter solstice, Scorpio does rise. But with Ophiuchus on its back, rising helically, rising with the sun. And as Scorpio dies, when Orion rises helically, rising with the sun in the summer, Ophiuchus also is setting, driving the scorpion down into the underworld beneath her. So as I've been explaining, Scorpio should be rising, and this is the crushing of Isis. So wouldn't be surprised if Isis gets a blame. We've got this destination, Agra, India, popping up. I don't know what this little thing is that pops up, but very interesting that this image of the mosque, the musketeers, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is being brought up right now in those little images here. Ophiuchus and Orion represent part of our cycle of life that we all incarnate into as going from earthly beings through the gate of man, eternal beings through the gates of gods. So you've got to pay your bill to open the gates. You will become the 13th, and you will be cursed by the other generations, and you will come to rule over them. In the last days, they will curse your ascent to the holy generation. I say to you, my name has been written on this, of the generations of the stars, through the human generations, Gospel of Judas. And what do we have? Gospel of Judas. Well, this is the This is the tale of Jonah, but Judas is the betrayal of Judas, Scorpio, opposites, and Jude is Jupiter, Jude Pete, Pisces, and Jude Paul, where Pluto is doing his last retrograde before he does his big splash. That's in October, he moves forward. In October, okay. So Ophiuchus is the crossing over constellation as you move your sight through the sky, observing the signs on the outside of Ophiuchus, starting with Scorpio, and move your eyes over to Sagittarius. You cross over the direction towards the galactic center. So the galactic center, this is it. And here is Ophiuchus, and here is his never-ending, eternal war, fascism, socialism, and communism. So we've got it there between Sagittarius and Scorpio, and here where the sun is on the wand of Merlin. Okay, so this, it's all in here. The constellation itself depicts Christ wrestling and getting control of the serpent. So this is, the serpent is the Milky Way. It is the north-south node at the moment. The tail is in Libra. So if you still can't see through the reflection, that narcissistic Libra, without being aware of the depths of Scorpio, the power of that snake cannot rise as an eagle again to carry the wisdom. This, go and watch Lavette's Fiery Serpent on the Pole. This is Moses, Aries, and Libra, the snake on the pole. All those bits shall live. So the vaccines are going to come back with all this. And, you know, there is some kind of war about to begin. We've got all the propaganda to full blow at the moment. We are almost ready for our Earth and solar system to move through the galactic plane. The axis shifts and the stars Draco, the dragon, and Ophiuchus, the serpent bearer, will be seen in the skies rather than Orion. So Draco is where I am. The chateau next to me is Le Puy d'Aignan, the well of the dragon, and this middle point between the North Polaris and Vega. And that's why Kate and William came here in 2016, which is the summer solstice. 2016 is 216. They came and they went to Auch to open the Lion Gates, all to have the reversed Leo instead of Aquarius. So again, here we go. The old initiation being through Orion and the 111 doorways of oneness. As the initiation of the Great Pyramid took us through the doorway of Orion, the union of opposites occurred. On the other side of the Golden Gate, gate of God, lies the Silver Gate, the gate of man. So the gate of man is being risen, where you've got to get through the gate of gods. 33 cosmic. This is, so you've got to come and read all this. Orion in ancient Egypt, Kemet, is depicted holding Aldebaran. So we're going to have Mercury on Aldebaran for the opening of G7. The brightest star in the Taurus constellation in his hand. Aldebaran in Hebrew means the follower, as this star follows the Pleiades, 7 stars. On May the 20th, 2012, there will be a solar eclipse. This is a very old article. Conjunctive, the stars of Pleiades, a unique alignment of the sun and the moon between the earth and the stars of Pleiades. 33 cosmic ruler, fix thy house, crescent horn moon, follow 7 lamps, 7 stars, Pleiades stars, hero king, light 7 lamps in a row. Thou wilt firmly fix thy house. I am the worst demon of all, and our stars are in heaven. 7 stars, humble in sheen, and all together, and we are all called, as it were, goddesses, the testament of Solomon. So we're at the mono eye. Monolith, the monolith of Space Odyssey. Space Odyssey was the same image either the sun or Mars. For me, it's Mars. That's why my dog was killed when Mars was on Aldebaran. So the monolith, the one, the singularity, the red and blue becoming the purple rain, the one, the JB pillars, Johnny Depp coming here to my region 3-2, and playing in the Jazz in Marciac with Jeff Beck, JB, and Johnny Depp very much playing the Joker, the rising, the pirate king. When the mutable cross is over, the sun is going to go into Taurus. It's in Taurus on the 21st, and it just goes into, so Taurus and Gemini just at 11. I think Johnny Depp is Gemini as well. Well, he won't be on the correct constellations, but he is that energy of Gemini for sure. Orion's belt is universal umbilical cord of the Orion people called Orion thinking man or original man. This cord is the ethereal pathway connecting the original man of wisdom with his divine parent mind, the God self, the exhuming of a nation. Strange rumblings at the center of our galaxy. The Coptic key of the Messiah is 4555, which speaks of Azazel, the cosmic light located in the constellation which is mother and child, the Black Madonna and her child. Some claim that this is the sign of Ophiuchus between Scorpio and Sagittarius. Do you know the ordinances of heaven, the ruler of the cosmos, the order, and canst thou set the dominion thereof in the earth? In other words, do you understand that electromagnetic energy, red, blue, Paddington Bear, red pill, blue pill, Boaz Jacquin, energy from the stars has an effect on the kingdom of the ruling operation of the earth. The electromagnetic energy from the bodies of the constellations act upon the cells of the brain, able to understand these light codes with information as this energy opens the gates of your city, the cranial nerves. Ophiuchus is a higher octave of Scorpio. Scorpio's spiritual death, change, is a transition from one state to another. It is the earth which is the death of the divine soul. The gods, us, came to die so that we mortals might live. When humans have the right understanding, they can birth the God and thus uplift earthly existence. As long as people are ignorant of their divine purpose, the gods are dead, and this earth has become hell or the underworld to the gods. The worst punishments we face are in this life. If we do not nurture the divine soul here and now, we punish ourselves by not achieving our true potential. The divine soul falls to earth and incarnates in human beings. This is Lucifer, the light bringer, coming to earth. 18 years, that's half, that's the cycle of the North-South node of Christ's life is missing in the Bible. From the age of 12 to the age of 30 is missing. So very much from 2012 to 2030, the sun actually leaves the zodiac for 18 days while it is transiting, crossing the astrological sign of Scorpio, the third water sign. During this 18-day period, the sun is outside of the boundaries of the traditional zodiac and enters the constellation of Ophiuchus, the serpent bearer. So this is a passage for all of us. It's not a 13th sign. It's when we become that middle center, we become that 13th sign. I've actually got a video that I did in 2015, which I had uploaded. I didn't have a YouTube channel yet. And I speak all about this in quite a naive way. And I actually, in that video, talk about the setting of the sun, the purple sky. And so it's on somebody else's YouTube, but Gavin has helped me. He's sent me a link for me to upload it onto my YouTube. So I'll be showing you that video. I talk about the sun and the moon in it. when that is our diaphragm. It's the solar plexus, it's the merging, it's the gateway. You know, this is the silver and the silver and the golden gate. It's when the sun and the moon merge, and your diaphragm, your Orion's belt, your Dorian grey, you can open your diaphragm, and you have passage to your higher godly self, and you're no longer led by animal desires, hunger, anger, hunger. So I will, and I also have this, I cannot get, if anybody can help me, I cannot get back into my old blog, so I can still show you the articles. And this I did in 2017, and it was really spot on for this, everything going on. Although I hadn't come back to my astrology yet, I was still getting to the end of the whole. This is a very good blog for people who don't understand anything I'm going on about, because my progress was really step by step, and you know, I was joining all the dots, and I was always you know, seeing everything going on but not able to explain. And this is exactly the sky that we've got. Somebody sent me these pictures from America yesterday. Where are they? So it's what my Facebook, they hide all my posts. This girl is talking about the Ottoman. I'm going to show you. She's showing the sex slave. Behind her is the picture of the Ottoman, so people think it's, you know, all spiritual, birth, spiritual, and hierarchy. She's showing you the sex slaves to Ottoman. I mean, why would that picture be there? We've got the yellow and the red, and people just don't get it. They can't see through. They can't see through how they fool you through spirituality. I mean, look at this. The picture behind her is telling you another story. If you watch the video without sound, it's basically telling you another story. The sex slaves to the Turkish, Ken's Turkey, Kentucky Fried Chicken. It is the gap between 2017, 2024 eclipse. So she, you know, she's even got. So she's very funny, but you've got to be able to see through how they get your attention and your energy. And she's talking about in the womb now, and she finishes with shaking that booty, shaking her ass at the end. Yeah, so you see, I mean, I know you guys, I actually posted it for a genuine reason, but I knew that my thinking would, I don't trust any of these things. Oh yeah, I was taking you to show you the sky. The sky. So they've got rid of my purple orange sky. That is typical. Because, you know, I'm highly, highly restricted. I have to re-click. Yeah, there it is. There it is. So this was Avalon in Glastonbury, of course. At Tor, Glastonbury. Look at the sky. And that's what I was showing you. This article I did in 2017. Purple Rain. So rising their sets. That was the Queen's 2016. The day that Kate and William came to the little chateau next to where I live. And there's that DNA line that the Queen lit. So you can come and see this. This is Victoria Cotton blog, WordPress. And this was the killing in the Orange District in the 11th arrondissement You know, I don't even like thinking about it because the 13th of November, so 13, 11, it's all to rise Ophiuchus, all the stuff I didn't know at that time. Judas, the betrayed, we just saw about Judas. Judas is a personification of Scorpio, Pilate, whom Jesus sees next after being betrayed by Judas. You've got to get past. Scorpio is a personification of Sagittarius, the next sign in the zodiac, following Scorpio. Scorpio, the scorpion, stings the sun, condemning to death, just as Judas kisses Jesus, condemning him to death. So, this is a very good article that I did, and I was, you know, I was just always thinking it was all going to happen then, but it's going to happen. So, Rahu eating the sun, August the 21st, London Bridge. Now that was a fire in Barcelona, and I told my friend's daughter not to go, and she went, and the stage set on fire. Right, so it's quite a long article. Oh, and there I've got the eclipse at the 33rd degree, 2017. Fake gurus, Joker. Yep, so I wasn't 100% on understanding what I do know now, but, you know, that's why if you come back through all my old work, I've really been building up to all this for the past 8 years. And I can't go over explaining everything. 8th house, sex, eyes wide shut. So go and have a look at these old articles, my old blog, Victoria Cotton WordPress. So in this article, come and see it as well. The ancient Greeks, and as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up. John 3:14, that's the number of pi. The ancient Greeks, who received much of their knowledge from Egypt, believed that souls reside in the Milky Way between incarnations, and that there are 2 gates on the Milky Way. These are the silver gates of Gemini, through which souls descend to Earth, and the golden gate of Sagittarius, through which souls ascend. Other versions say the souls of men can ascend by either gate, but that the silver gate leads to reincarnation, and the ancestors, and the golden gate leads beyond reincarnation. The golden gate is also that thought which the gods descend. So you've really got to get past the two feminine masculine axis of the mutable cross. So Virgo, Pisces, Virgo black mutable earth, Pisces white mutable water. So for the Paris Olympics, the head of the snake will be in Pisces, the tail will be in Virgo, and right now you've got to get past the gates between Sagittarius and Scorpio, between Gemini and Taurus, to make the correct new constellation, the fixed cross that we're going on to, and to make it into the Twin Peaks where Pluto is about to enter and Saturn, the ruler, is here. Let's come back to the article. So I'm not going to read it all, but, you know, this represents the Kundalini. When the serpent feeds the eagle, then Quetzalcoatl, the many-plumed one, returns. In the many eyes on the wings, perspective is consumed into oneness. Implosion, not explosion. If you break an egg from the outside, you've got to be that implosion yourself from within, called e pluribus annum, out of many one, on our dollar bill. So You know, they're going to bring people into the singularity who aren't able to implode themselves. And this, you see, is just a fantastic article. I will put it in. Saturn Capricorn ties into the golden gate of God and man. See? So Saturn would be again the father of a golden age and a golden mountain, that the cap of the goat would have originally also represented the Yang mountain of fire energy rising. G7 Bavarian Mountains. Capricorn the goat is the first rising sign after the winter solstice, gate of God. He is a mountain goat, a climber, and he leads up to Gemini, which is his crowning glory of the Yang energy after June, and Gemini Yang power begins to decline again. So Pan is being risen in, but with Taurus, the Bullman, the Buffalo Bill, everything I've been explaining, Gemini and Taurus, when the true Pan is the goatfish, Capricorn, High Cardinal, Earth, a Grandmaster, isolated power, governments. Right. So it's already 45 minutes gone. Let's see. So many things. So this is me talking about horses at Versailles. As long as you look to others. Yes, so many people just follow other people and they're not making their own labyrinth. Horses are really, really rising. Horses, this is Sagittarius. It's the 9th gate. He is the Hierophant, Versailles. And we make our own laws to make higher ethics and ideologies. Horses for courses is an expression used to say that it is important to choose suitable people for particular activities because everyone has different skills. Polo, horses, Jude Paul is a hierophant. They give you guru so you never find your own skill, big bro. King Louis XIV, king of the swingers, sultans of swing, the orangutan. And this is Versailles, Verworm, direction. Vers is to go towards something. Vers and I are the wings or the garlic, and it's just the allies. It's just in World War I, the powers of the Triple Entente, Great Britain, France, and Russia, with the nations allied with Belgium, Serbia, Japan, Italy, etc., not including the United States, or loosely with all the nations included the United States, allied or association with them as opposed to the Central Powers. The 26 nations, that's 8, that's the snake, that fought against the Axis in World War II, Axis, and with subsequent additions, World War II, all ritual to the Gemini twins, and with subsequent additions, signed the character of the United Nations in San Francisco in 1945, the member nations of NATO, and that's what we have rising now. So it's not complicated. Red, blue, pill R, Boaz, Jacqueline, BJJB, blowjob becomes a singularity. Purple, rain, rain, UV, ultraviolet, Mona, Eliza line, the new Nile line, spine. Have a cup of T-Rex, Scotty, testosterone, Elizabeth is born. Cairo, sword in the stone, MC Solar, Cairo line. So MC Solar, he sang Caroline, a very big song in France, Caroline. So it's just the Cairo line, Caroline. So there, red bill, blue pill, Joaz Bakin, Johnny Depp coming to play with Jeff Beck, who's 77 years old, of course, the double 7. So just a few pictures. There's Happy, the bull god. You know all these pictures, boom, boom, bam, just again showing this line. Somebody showed me, somebody showed me this soft sell Pet Shop Boys. I think I showed you this in the last video, West End Girls. We had Grenfell Towers Fall, West Way. It's all about bringing up Taurus and Gemini as the ascendant when they are not. They're south or east. It's not the true last leg of MC to AC, right angle, 90 degrees, makes that L, which is 7, 7. There's Mercury. Mercury god coming up in the Elizabeth line. So that's all the thunderbolts, right? Here we've got the Dalai Lama, who happens to be the 14th, as the Queen is the head of 14 Commonwealth countries, Louis the 14th. Jude Polo, Paul Sagittarius, Gurus, Tartuffe, Joker, Orange, Strawberry Fields, Forever, Straw is Yellow, Asia, Fire, Berry is Red, Air, America, Masculine Axis, where the tail and the head are now in Libra, Aries, High Cardinal, which is accentuating the masculine axis of Gemini, Sagittarius, as the Milky Way tail is in Libra and the head is in Aries. Strawberry Fields Forever, Orange Sun King, Louis XIV is the new Black Earth, Kill Bill, Black Earth, and Victoria Falls, the Niagara Falls, Water White Feminine Axis, and now Orange, Orage, Orge is corn in French. We just had a lorry empty, 500, made a line of, the lorry spilt a line of corn, orge, blé. It's the separations of the tar from the blé. I thought on 500 meters. So the last 50 fell onto the floor. I couldn't find that article. I saw it in the newspaper. Orangutan, King Louis, Sun King, La Dauphine, MC, Femme Solaire, All for One and One for All, 14 pieces of Osiris. So you've got all the black and white feminine axis and the Dalai Lama in his orange and black. That's just earth, water, fire and air reds. Okay, eyes in outer space, that great, everything that we've been living. We went from 45 to 25 in a couple of hours here. This I discovered on Uno's channel, somebody who posted a comment, and I went to see the last video he did, and you see he's French, so this is an English film though with French subtitles. The film you've got that should have been made for 2021 has already been made in 1997. The Second Civil War is speaking about everything happening now. Asker's going to come and do a video with me next Tuesday, and he's got a lot to show you, which he'll just be selecting a little bit that he's going to show, and we're going to have a chat. We're going to do a Lars video next Tuesday. So I've showed you that. You've seen that. It's a dog I found, my kittens. So yeah, this is quite important what I write here. The three outer planets, Neptune, Uranus, Pluto. Saturn is the last visible planet, number 7, that most never pass. The last gatekeeper. Aka, pay your bill to open the gates. To find your Pluto subconscious time bomb. It's like a time bomb, Pluto. You don't know when it's going to get activated. Uranus, your conscious genius, and Neptune, imagination, illusion, delusion, narcissistic projection is the dream world. It's what you most aspire to or most reject. Wherever you have Neptune in your chart is where you may get closest or farthest from your inner godliness. It's the Johnny Depth of your soul. Neptune just entered Pisces on correct constellations. Last time was 1857. The New Age cage was planned to happen now. It's taken since the Theosophical Society Victorian era to plan how to best mind control the collective subconscious mind. Neptune in Pisces is mental health. Pisces represents the sea, the unconscious collective, hospitals, hotels, churches, mental asylums, islands, gangsters, saints, spirituality, fear, drowning, drugs, pharmaceutical, mafia, pirates, and viruses. Pisces is the lymphatic system. It's where you want to escape and evade the emotional realms within you. For the next 15 years, Neptune, considered the ruler of Pisces, Pisces with Jupiter, will be in Pisces, and Jupiter is there until next year. Pisces is the 12th house, the last door, the Little Mermaid, and the Pulp Fiction. It is your ability to surf the moon star monster waves, to clean out your fluids, and to be able to deep dive and decompress. The monsters of the id is all in your head, and Pisces is where you face sharks, octopuses, and navigating your vessel across the 7 seas. So all this going on in France in the elections is to bring up, if you go to my site, Alchemy Accordance, well, let's go there now. I've got on my blog, I just cannot keep up. And in this blog, everything is in there. I'm just repeating myself now. I've been preparing this for years. So I did an article about what's happening now, the new political party that I know will come up in France. Its symbol is the Neptune Poisson. So it's an article I did a long time ago, but I think we might find it up. I couldn't find the article, but there is the trident, which has been turned into a 6 or a 9. They've made a curve between the trident of Neptune, France, Insoumis. So this is what's coming up, and there he is, Les Insoumis. He's the guy who's just won. And if you go through my old blog, it's going to be in there somewhere. I was noticing the signs up everywhere. So I don't keep carrying on with the blog here because, you know, I'm just repeating myself. It's all happening, but all the explanation are in these articles of this build-up from 2000. I started doing videos in 2018, and these are from 2019. There's Momo, who froze, Lord of the Rings. I just noticed this article's called L7 or LJ, so he's called Jean-Luc GL 1111. I can't keep up with everything I do, so, and there's the Bavarian Mountains, Baghdad Cafe, JM on the bag, on the suitcase, and Germany, Africa, the merging of the feminine axis, Europe and Africa. That film was all about that. She's the Bavarian woman. So I covered that in a video. I'm talking about the video there. There's the green man with his ring, Pan, being risen now, Gemini and Taurus. This was the sky on the day before the biggest 18th of June, before the 19th. And I was up every day at 5 a.m. because I just had to get all the windows open. And this is, somebody posted this, 11%, there's your 11 gateway, hell is on the way. Beyonce in British Vogue, dressed in gold, La Femme Solaire. Orange is the new black, back to black, Beyonce back, BB22. So Mars is in the V for victory, V is the Tav, the 22, but they're rising the BB, Bridget Bardot, Black Betty, Betty Boo. 11, Aquarius, putting Silver Gate into Golden Gate. Taurus, Gemini's the AC, Black Earth with Gemini Air. The gap we are at now, White Water, Victoria Falls, and Black Earth rises. Feminine Axis, Flip-Flop, Femme Solaire. NL, North Bear, Polaris, Flip-Flop, from Nelly NL to LN of Troy. From White Water to Black Earth. Feminine Axis, Nelly packs her trunk and off she goes to the circus. Hell hath no fury than that of a scorned, dried out woman. So they dry out the water and bring up the earth. Victoria Falls. There's a little image of where I am. So 44 Celsius in the shade. That's what it was. My house was at 35 because I don't have insulation yet. So winter and summer is not easy. I'm still waiting for builders, hoping they're going to come. Okay, Ultraviolence, Alchemical Wedding, Lana Del Rey. It's a post from Jamie. Hot chocolate, Paddy Bear, North Polaris is the bear. Hot chocolate is brown. Charlie, Charlatan, brown. Charlie in the Chocolate Factory is about the anus, entry. You are hung upside down. Willy Wonka, the Will.I.Am, Telltale, Flip-Flop, Splash. Where is Willy? In French, it's where is Charlie? Charlotte, waves the web, and Lot's wife was turned to stone. Everyone hates a bold. Remember Alec Baldwin, AB, Aleph Tav, bold winner. He's bold, of course. The egghead, I am the walrus, is the fake solstice. Line 9 is an oval, not round. Okay, this is to explain. I get people still on the flat earth. So a circle is long considered to be the most perfect shape of all, is an image of pure spirit. The crescent is the symbol for the soul, which can be seen as here reaching upwards towards spirit, or as in the symbol for the moon reaching backwards towards the past, or both backwards and forwards in the symbol for the planet Uranus. The vertical line is the symbol for mind. The horizontal line is the symbol for the body. That's what the flat earth people are doing, keeping you in the flesh. And when the mind and body are combined, they form the cross of matter. So when you have the mind and body, you find your spirit. And now you can see why Mars, normally Venus, is a circle, the spirit, with the vertical line for the mind and the horizontal line for the body. And Mars should be the same thing, upside down with the circle underneath, with the vertical line above. But what have they done? They've given us an arrow of flesh to bring up Sagittarius, Ophiuchus, and also the Mars symbol. It points to that exact northeast placement of the 13th sign. So there is no arrow in the true symbol. So Mars is completely off. But once you know those signs, you can decode all the symbols and the sigils. You've got, this is just what every, so you can look at them all. So I put, we eat to live, not live to eat. I was just asked what below the belt mentality is. It's being flat without having vertical higher mind balance. When the two are balanced, you become the whole circle and leave the wheel. Soul is the croissant crescent, the arc of the covenant. Horizontal flat is the flesh body. Vertical solstice is the higher mind. And when all three are balanced, the Trinity, you find your true spirit again. You become that 13th sign. The last leg, soul dia, all for one and one for all, makes the 5th element. Your head is the last body member to remember. Is Remembrance Day. 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head ed. You are no longer the gingerbread man. You are no longer a slave to your stomach nor a holy cow. You are whole. They're bringing up the holy cow. Currently, we have been told the winter summer is Paddy Bear's birthday, 25th of December, 25th of June. It's the station. It's the line. He's found at Victoria Station. And now we have Paddington Station, which is on the Elizabeth line. It is the Narnia solstice, Aslan, Ice Queen, summer, winter, when the true solstice is spring, autumn. The vertical horizontal has been flipped by time date manipulation, keeping us always on fire and ice extremes. New Year is 322223 AC/DC, not MC/IC, summer solstice. 216666 is flesh to keep you flat and controlled by animal instincts of survival, fear, and desire. So this summer solstice, we are actually April the 21st, the date they killed my dog to the happy bull god. Midsummer Night Dream is about to become a nightmare. Midnight Express, Ken's Turkey Fried Chicken Kentucky marks the spot of the dog. Spot the dog, or God. The higher mind cannot be reached if you are flat as a pancake. That's what the whole flat earth trap is about. Climate change crap is about the wheel contraction. From 1230 to make 360 will become the higher mind. 5 seasons, 5 times 72 to make 360. Only a few souls make it. That's just me being a drama queen, as always. Picture from Lars, Sumerian Thanos versus modern movie Thanos. No idea what that movie is. That's beautiful. Okay, so Paul McCartney, King of Greece, going into the Hellenistic, from Roman to Greek, RG, that was interesting about Victoria Falls. Zambian government sell part of Victoria Falls to China, evicting native blacks from ancestral homes. Basically, the masculine axis, the deer hunter, Asia, America, taking over the female water, earth axis. That's very funny. It just made me laugh. Okay, that's the article I read you. This is the sky. You see, it looks like a Van Gogh painting. And again, there is a loose moose, moss, mosque, musk, momo, mouse in the house. This is in Scotland. And that's the Van Gogh. He cut off his ear. And so again, you've got the red, yellow, and the green being risen where I live. Karen sent me this, something about Nibiru, which is just, you know, it's just the north-south node. And where X marks the spot now between the big. So this is a line from Caroline. L'as de trèfle qui pique ton cœur. So as is aces, but they've written it like the donkey. It's the trèfle, which is the fleur de lis, that pique, moustique, pique. I've read you the cure, the piqûre. I showed you in the last video. They've got these random piqûres coming out in festivals, people getting pricked. Have to go and see my last video. So, and Caroline, shall I show you? MC Solar, Caroline. I won't play it because they'll block me again. So we need to stop the sound. But this is the famous song that came out in 1991. I know, because I was pregnant and dancing on tables in a nightclub to that music in France. I very much have been brought up in France with the whole rise of all this preparation. He went out with a French woman called Ophelia. So that the lyrics to that song tells you everything you need to know. MC, Sol, R. They've written like Mars, R, the Ra, the sun gods. White lines, Grandmaster, Mel, MM, Yuck, Coco Cane, White lines, Snow Queen, Frosty the Tiger, Cat on a Hot Tin Can Roof, Coco Chanel, CC33, Vertab, Vertebrae, Crucifixion, Crocodile, Nile, Line, Dundee, D-Day, White line, Sprayed to Kill Softly and give you climate change crap. Mile, mile by mile, man by man, 24 hours, 2442, Jude Pete Paul de Lamont, blow, Windsors, air, vision, dreams. This is the lyrics to the song. So you got blowing through my mind, and all the while I think of you. Anyway, you can go and it's rock, freeze, rock, freeze, rock, freeze, rock, freeze, rock. So the chateau they came to at Puy de Daguin is called Chateau de la Roque. De la Roque. Rocky, Eye of the Tiger. And Disco, this famous French song by Ottowan, the Ottoman. Disco, if you spell out disco in French, it's D-I-S, déesse, goddess, as the CEO, the chairman. It's CEO in French is the CEO. So disco, bull, Baal is the bull gods. And you can read what I've written there. What have I written there? Akela Marianne married to Anne, the husband of Anne. Anne is the donkey. Poor Dan is the tribe of Dan. Dan. Poor Dan. Dan. DNA. D-A-S-C-O. A goddess is a female deity in many known cultures. Goddesses are often linked with literal or metaphorical pregnancy or imagined feminine roles associated with how women and girls are perceived or expected to behave. We all know that there is a higher consciousness where women can have babies on their own. Slavery in the Ottoman Empire was a legal and significant part of the Ottoman Milky Way Ottoman Empire's economy and traditional society. So Greece, Saturday Night Fever, Bee Gees, samedi in French, Saturn Day is Sam Says, Sam Dites, and you've got those lyrics as well. It's all about the Greece, coming to Greece, lightning, we're living that now. Night Fever, so again, this is the purple skies. Very good. How did the Silk Road actually work? And this is another one of my ancestors. So I was shown Victoria Pisces, Vesica Pisces V. So that's where Mars is now for Victory Falls, waterfalls. Earth rises, heat wave dried up, feminine axis. Victoria Falls is a waterfall on the Zambezi River in southern Africa, which provides habitat for several unique species of plants and animals, which makes sense. I'm always aware that all I see is just inner knowing coming through, because Elizabeth line purple rain has risen. The Vesica Pisces is a type of lens, a mathematical shape formed by the intersection of two discs with the same radius intersecting in such a way that the center of each disc lies on the perimeter of the other. Then I remembered that my great uncle was an African explorer. Makes sense how they show me stuff right at the right moment. Searching for, yeah. So through his grandfather, Joseph Cotton, so that's my great-great-grandfather, and William Cotton Oswell was a cousin of the Judge Henry Cotton. That's my great-grandfather, who married Mary Ryan, who is very much coming through me, the Irish slave, and helping me with all my decoding. And a first cousin once removed of Henry John Stedman Cotton. So William Cotton Oswell was an explorer with Livingstone in Africa. So the family had Africa and India covered. And I thought of that because I watch all these videos of horses, and they went for a safari to see the Victoria Falls, this young boy, and they will be oblivious of why they're being sent to Victoria Falls, but it's all about playing with your subconscious. Yep, so 4 baby ducks on my lake, and there's only 1 baby duck left. And I tried to go and save it, but actually with this heat wave and all the insects dead on the lake, I go and see him every day on my lilo, and he actually follows me around now. He thinks I'm his mum on the lilo, and I just hope that this last leg, I find it very symbolic. Never seen ducks on my lake before, and there's just 1 baby duck left. Okay, so there is Johnny Depp coming to play in Marciac with Jeff Beck, JB, and it's on the 15th of July. They're coming, and so they met in 2016, so making that connection to that famous year. 2016 is the summer solstice, 216. And he's 77. Oh, and of course, a nouveau comme à 18. So again, they have to show you the 18, which is half, 180 is half of 360, the cycle of the Milky Way. So, I mean, all these articles are always just telling you something bigger. 2 million, the twins. The front page of the newspapers. We've got the yellow, the boy in black being risen as the Api bull god, and that yellow and orange. So showing where I live to be the hottest. And in my little local, and then showing, of course, preparing, cutting up ducks, can, everything I explain. The restaurants are preparing the killing of the ducks, and in my little local bar they put up a flag of Canada on its side, And very interesting, they've got the Italian. You see my little, we've got Popeye all over. These are the Popeye characters. There's Jude Paul. So, you know, I love my little cafe. I love the guy who runs it. I said to him, wow, you put up the Canada flag. And he said, yeah, somebody gave it to me to put up. So, you know, they know I know, but I love everybody. So I do 500 million euros. That was the 500 meters that a lorry spilt corn. It's the Hawaii 5-0. 40, they say. It went much over 40 because that's the all for one and one for all 4-wheel drive aheads. Okay, so this was one of Uno's videos and showing the dragon. So PS 2024-2042 is Year of the Dragon. Milky Way Snake, Lunar Nodes, Rahu, Keto, Lunar North Node will be in Pisces, head of Dragon, Milky Way, and tail in Virgo. February the 10th, 2024, January 28th, 2025, Wood Dragon. So it's the Year of the Dragon. That's what I'm trying to say. Yep. So it's the Year of the Dragon for the Paris Olympics, when the head and the tail will be closing this feminine axis. Pisces, Virgo. That's what's important here. Wood Dragon. So wood is cut down. Paris, Isis. Paris is leave, Isis, Olympics. Eiffel Tower, the Eiffel, a tower. If trees are felled, they are cut down. Cinnamons, cut down, cut, level, demolish. Badly infected trees should be felled and burned, to cut or knock down, to fell a tree, to fell an opponent. So amazingly, the women in my village are fighting. I can't believe the progress, but still they're cutting up our last forest so fast. But they're trying to get that stopped. And I think I will have to show you these pictures. So there you've got the dragon, the splits. That's in Bosnia. The dragons with the egg. Ophiuchus. The ice ring. So Paris becoming that winter gates. In France, Pierre, Paul, and now Jack is being risen. Zion. Symbol. Hierophant. You know, Paris was made into that elephant. The king and the little prince. Little boy blue. Little boy blue burns down the church. Notre Dame, you're my boy blue, you're my boy. So look at the ears covered again like I've been showing you. The green man that sung at the Jubilee had his hat on covering his ears. Tears, ears is tears, the T in the E, ears, and it's something else I've been telling you. I've forgotten now. There's the Cairo, the P, the sword in the stone. Pisces. That's what we've got now. Mars. Mars just entering that last V, and Mars to bring up the energy of Pan here. Coq sportif. Historians are like blind men trying to describe the Nazi elephants. Yeah. The children. There she is with her blue eyeshadow. There's Amy Winehouse with the serious dog. She was killed on the 20th of November, 1111, in Villers-Cotterêts, where I used to live, VC, where the signing of the armistice was. Sun King Louis. It's our spine. It's a symbol of Ophiuchus. So again, you've always got, it's the 22 main stars. That's BB 22. That's a picture I did, remember, for our videos last year. I was working it all out. You can have a look at that. To make the fleur de lis, the upside down 5-pointed star. And there's that 45, and I just read to you on that article I just showed you, we've got 4555. It's a 111 doorway, and somewhere there was, you have to go back to the beginning of the video to see that 455. That's Dundee flag, 2 dragons. The V for victory, the cow rising the bull gods. So Mars in that V. There's the green man. Bambi, deer hunter, red and yellow. The green man, the green man. It's the pharmaceutical. Pisces represents pharmaceutical. It's the horseshoes. You've always got 4. There's 2 ascending, 2 descending. Green man. In that gap, this is exactly between Sagittarius and Scorpio, and the summer and winter solstice were right rising the green man now. Hawk and the dove, this is this axis. Altair and Mercury, air, the dove, the little pigeon, white dove. La Reine de Jupiter, it's Macron. Buffalo Bill, I told you we've got a buffalo farm in my village. Momo, the Irishman. Momo in France is the crocodile, the boxing crocodile. Momo, Muhammad, Lord of the Rings. Whale's tail, Pluto in last retrograde on the whale's tail. It's the green man. St. Patrick's is completely created. You know, I'm reading a book at the moment about the Irish. I'll talk about it in another. There he is. They're making the bull god. This is Ra, Pan, Appy holding the snake. There he is. Okay. This is the video that I'm going to try and download, fake or real. It's on YouTube, but it's I'm going to try and get it onto my channel because it talks about this sunset, this purple. Okay, one more post. I don't think you get it. LOLO King Tweety Looney Tunes. Oh yeah, this film, Gavin showed me this. Incredible. So Tweety Looney Tunes for the full moon came out yesterday. Yellow Asia, The King and I is the 5th musical by the team of Rodgers and Hammerstein. It is based on Margaret Landon's novel Anna and the King of Siam, 1944, D-Day. Looney Tunes is an American animated comedy short film series produced by Warner Bros. From 1930 to 1969, along with accompanying series Merry Melodies, MM again, during the golden age of American animation. So we better see. So King Tweety came out for the full moon, and we've got the baby duck in my lake that I've been looking after. There we have black, white, yellow, red, Elizabeth Taylor, and Paul the Newman. Again, the Beauty and the Beast, the yellow and blue, and Coco Chanel, the girl in the cage, the pre-sexual, and that canary wolf in London, The King and I, Mellow Yellow, Yellow Submarine, and the yellow, red, Cannes Film Festival, Palma, New Yorker. The can is on, Caen, Cannes. Number 13 is MM. There's your MM. Calvados means it's the place where this is in Normandy, but it also in French means mayhem. Cain and Abel. Got the red and yellow again on the black donkey, just as in the yellow submarine. You have the black plug, plugging it in, using that earth, Taurus energy. The blackberry of the people where I live, wringing the neck of the duck, killing all the ducks, Donald Duck, D-Day, Beauty and the Beast, Catch 22, BB, and this famous Candace Owen, 1969 again. That was when it ended. Looney Tunes, Moon, Loon, and obviously, you know, the moon dies, white water, and black earth rises. She's saying that it was fate, but the deeper meaning is water falls, earth rises. Yellow, black, Rachel Blackmore, and the tin, Jupiter, the cane, Bohemian Rhapsody, Thunderbolt and Lightning, very, very Leo, yellow and reds, rising, the green man, it's the cow, Taurus, it's the hunting horn, HH, 88 constellations, Kali, this was for Bidden, you had the red and blue and the red and yellow, and that was the dolphin that died, and the red and yellow, putting this dolphin died in London, water, Kill Bill, red, yellow, black. There's no more white. Blue and white is taken over by red and yellow, Scottish St Andrews, the Golden Goose, Toulouse-Tourac, yellow, black, red again. Lucifer rising, there is the bull god, Ra, Sun in that Pisces, Mars in that Pisces, and the strawberry of Tess, and that full moon was the strawberry fields forever. Black, white must take the masculine axis. Coco Chanel, Vanessa Paradis, and the Looney Tunes, the dog, Sirius, Capricorn, the old lady. There is the very crown that we saw at the Jubilee line, and they're putting the canard as king. Funny Walk, the can, and this was before I saw they went the next day, they went and put that up in my little bar. The can adder, a can of worms has been opened, a can of adders has been opened. Queen, Coin is the corner, Cornwall, Corn, Hong Kong Fooey, La Cigale, the tin machine at La Cigale is the crane, Jupiter, Mars, you see, Mars is a flesh, that should be not an oval, it should be a circle with a vertical line for higher mind and a line for matter, spirit, mind, matter, and we've got the flesh, the arrow, the yellow coats, red and yellow. The yellow coat protest was all preparation when Uranus entered Mars in 2018. I am the Gigi, the 290° 99 red balloons, my fair lady, one-eyed, and of course LJ. Up. Okay, just saved my dog from the postwoman. She would literally, she's already run over my dog and she would just do it. So I have to run out and save Knack. Right, yep, the red, yellow, this is him, killing Scorpio, rising Taurus, this is Ophiuchus, this is Cranberry, we've got the arrow of Mars, which is not an arrow, as I explain. It's the Dauphin, the blue and yellow and reds. Beauty and Voldemort. It's almost the same name as this Ukrainian guy, and this has just come out. So King Tweety out today, full moon, everything I've been explaining, red, yellow, straw yellow, red berry, Asia for the strawberry full moon, Asia yellow, red America, the canary, can yellow, new Sylvester, he's called Sylvester, Sylvester Stallone, played in The Eye of the Tiger, Year of the Water Tiger, Merline, Asia yellow, Looney Tunes, Tweety Birds Forever, Fear of Seeing Sylvester the Pussycat, Celeste, Sylvester, Celeste is the moon goddess, Helen of Troy, the new bitch, the beach, the beach becomes the ice queen, Iron Lady, Lucifer, the can, tin, crane, skull, the can, adder, the canary, wolf, you are the upright star, this is the red cherry on the cake, held by yellow Asia, blue Europe, and Rudolph the red-nosed imposter, Sylvester the cat on a hot tin roof. So this was the video from Uno, and yeah, I don't watch sometimes if his videos are a bit scary because I'm far too sensitive, because I know this. I've paid my bill, opened my gate. The only reason we keep reaching back into the cave is so that you can protect our children by also getting past this and knowing it. The human frog experiment. Jellyfish in the sky. Look at that jellyfish. Where was that? I'm not sure. Somebody sent me that, but there you've got the JFK cut. It does this funny thing, but there's your Medusa. We've got on Algol at the moment, Medusa there. We've got Venus for this is going to be on Algol. We had the eclipses here. The North Node's just moved away now, but Venus is there. Okay, yeah, so this is the Pet Shop Boys bringing out Pet Shop Boys, Soft Cell, Purple Zone, Hercules and the Love Affair remix. So Hercules is Ophiuchus. Pet Shop Boys, West End Girls, Westway, Grenfell, Eiffel, Tower, Towers, Fire, all part of this Purple Rain, Shamrock. And Soft Cell, Hercules and Love Affair remix of Purple Zone. Here's the rising of the fake 13th sign, as I've explained over and over again, the big wheel, west-east, flip-flop, rising of Ophiuchus, the snake charmer of the Milky Way and killing Scorpio, Taurus, feminine axis to rise. The Joker, Ophiuchus, lies between Aquila, Serpent, Scorpius, Sagittarius, and Hercules, northwest of the center of the Milky Way. The southern part lies between Scorpius to the west and Sagittarius to the east. In the northern hemisphere, it is the best visible in the summer. So you see, this is Hercules. So if I put Ophiuchus, this is Hercules constellation right here. And that's what they're calling the album. So that's a dog that's gone missing. This was the absolute unbearable heat that we had. There's that video, fake or real. It's just, you know, my feed is just full of the ultraviolet skies everywhere. This is in Taiwan. Monty Python, okay. Phoenix, Orange coming up. As that showed you in the last video, my friend just brought out this album of that yellow sun rising. On tape toujours sur celui qui est droit. Les tordus, généralement, on les laisse tranquilles. We always hit on people who are straight. The bent ones we always leave alone. Thought that was good. More strawberry for the full moon. Red and yellow. That was in France. Dordogne, D-Day on the Atlantic, next to where I am, the southwest. Okay, I've shown you that. We've got the Green Mile, Green God, Gigi. Where was that? That was in Taiwan. The sky was green. And I think we've done it. Great. We've come. This is again Strawberry Supermoon. That was Uno's video on it. So Metador, Matador, Meteo, Merline, Pharmaceutical, Jolly Green Giant. You can read that. I've read enough. Yep. The Cherry is on the Ice Cream, and Brit Shakespeare's Puck's Midsummer Night's Mare is born. Somebody shared me that. This is something going on. Oh, yeah, this is the line, the same line that I showed you in a video. Look at this. Okay. Right. Knowledge is free. You just got to pay attention. That was the cloud. I think I showed you this in my last video. I think we've done it. We've got done all the way around. So, darlings, always a lot to cover. I think everything's there. You can book. I'm actually getting really into tarot. I want to be able to offer you with my transition readings. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to get a camera so I can film my hands, and I can, you know, get into more detail with showing you stuff going on in your transitions with characters, people. So that will be by the end of the summer, but I'm really getting into my pendulum and my tarot, and so, you know, I can do shorter videos instead of my natal readings, and my Saturn returns are 2 hours each. But if you book transition readings at €80, that's when I just hit on whatever's going on, whatever questions you've got on, whatever you need to know. I can see it all on the chart, but people enjoy tarot, so I want to bring in tarot a little bit more. Okay, my darlings, sending you so much love. The heat wave is over for the moment, but that tempest, rising of the temperatures is going to be a theme of keeping this Aslan, that you know, giving us those extremes of fire and ice, so we never find that tempered temperament of that spring, autumn energy, and merging the four to become the 5th season. I love you very much. Bye for now.